Hi, my name is Daniel Conde, and I'm here to discuss the impact of renewable energy on our future. To start, I'd like to discuss the topics of discussion. Number one, the types of renewable energy. I'll be explaining a little bit of the different types of energy that I'll be discussing throughout the PowerPoint. Then I'll be discussing the individual benefits of the renewable energies, and then I'll be discussing the challenges that we face trying to spread these energies throughout the world. To start, we have solar energy. This was pretty self-explanatory. The energy comes from our sun, collected by solar panels that transfer that heat into electricity. These wind turbines collect wind energy, and the way that works is as the turbine's spinning, the wind gets collected and the motion gets turned into electricity. Hydropower, dams, water wheels, all that is used by water currents flowing through the dams and the water wheels. That collects energy, that collects kinetic energy, turns that into electricity. And finally we have geothermal, which is the one that's least known out of the four. And the way that works is we dig holes straight into the earth's core, and we collect the heat energy, transfer that into electricity. And all of these different ways are ways that we collect energy that power our homes, our cars in some cases, anything really. Benefits to renewable energy: environmental, economic, and health. Environmental, it reduces greenhouse gases, which are perpetuated by fossil fuels. Those fossil fuels, as they're being used up, they create more and more carbon dioxide. That carbon dioxide gets sent up into the atmosphere. And while that will still happen, it won't happen nearly as often with these renewable energy sources, as it just won't create the carbon dioxide and the pollution. Economic, it will create new jobs as renewable energy gets more and more common throughout the world. It'll create more jobs as we need bigger and better facilities to create and generate and collect this energy. So that will create more opportunities for people to get jobs within these different fields. It'll also create energy security, as it's kind of relied on. Coal and oil is relied on throughout the entire world for energy, and it reduces the world's dependence on getting oil and coal from like different places in the world, and we can just collect like the sun energy and the wind energy and the water energy through the world like natively. And it'll also reduce health risks from pollution related diseases like skin cancer or lung disease, as without these renewable energies, as we're relying on fossil fuels, it'll perpetuate the carbon dioxide, the pollution in the air, and obviously without that pollution, it'll reduce the health issues. Challenges in implementing these renewable energy: obviously it's going to be extremely expensive to implement this worldwide, but at the end of the day, it's betting on our future. The more money we invest into this now, the easier it'll be for us in the future. There will also be issues specifically with solar and wind energy, because those are very reliant on weather conditions. But if we implement, let's say, geothermal, wind, hydro, and solar all at the same time, even if solar and wind energy we can't rely on at the moment due to weather, we can still rely on geothermal and water, because the water's always going to run. The core is always going to be hot, even if the weather is cloudy or if it's not particularly windy those days. And finally, policy and regulatory barriers we have to deal with, because each nation has its own policies on environmental energy sources just like this, and we're always going to have to deal with legislation